Hello, good day everyone. Gab here, market analyst from SmarTrade. So let's start by taking a recap on yesterday's data. All right, so last night we have a lot of economic news or economic data. So first things, we have the inflation rate for European zone for the month of August. So as you can see here, the actual data was 9.1% versus the market forecast at 9.1. So we did not see any changes for the data, in particular for this inflation rate for the European zone. And it's followed by the ADP data for US for the month of August. So obviously, the previous data, 268K, and the actual data was 132K. So it's lower than the previous data for ADP for the month of August. And also we have the GDP data for Canada. So the actual data was 3.3%, which is lower if we base this one on the market forecast at 5.3%. And for today, we have to focus on some data. Number one, retail sales for Germany. So we have the yearly and monthly basis for the month of July. And followed by the manufacturing PMI data for Germany and European zone later at 3:55 p.m. and also 4 p.m. And also we have to pay attention to the unemployment rate for the month of July for European zone. And also initial jobs claims for this week. And next one is we have the manufacturing PMI data for Canada later at 9:30 p.m. And you also have to pay attention with the manufacturing PMI data for US as well. Right now, let's focus on some of the financial products. Now, if you watched the briefing yesterday, so I've already told you that in gold, we might see another drop yesterday. And what happened? So as expected, I told you that we're going to remain bullish with this one as long as the price is traded beyond 1735. But actually, the price did not go up from there, so did not target this area. But what happened is, I told you that if the price is traded below 1720, it may try to test 1715, which actually targeted this area. And I hope you guys profited with that trade in particular, so gold. Now, as I've said also, after the 715, what is the price that we're going to look for? So as I've said, if it's traded below 715, if the price can sustain below 1715, it will try to test 1705 or 1710 first. So obviously it touched that price and the price goes lower, 1705. Okay. And right now, the current price is 1703, and obviously, we might see another drop from gold tonight if we base on the price levels. But I hope you guys profited with this one if you followed the trade last night. So today, since obviously gold is totally bearish for this week, but you have to pay attention since this one is NFP week, so price can be really volatile. But for today, the price levels that I'm going to pay attention is 1712 and of course 1705. Now what will happen here today is that if the price of gold, okay, is trading beyond 1712 right here, then it may try to retest 1715. As long as it's traded below above or beyond 1712, we can target 1715 from here. But right now, the levels that I'm paying attention is below 1705. And as you can see here, the current price is around 1703.91 per ounce. So it's traded below 1705, then it means there's a possibility that it may try to test 1700 from here. Now, 1700 is actually critical levels that we have to pay attention as well. But if the price goes lower, below 1700, then we might see a 1690 for gold. And beyond that, if it trades below 1690, then we might see 1680 for gold. Okay, so we have to pay attention with the levels of 1700 because it may react further once the price goes lower. But once again, the levels that we have to pay attention for gold today, if it's traded below 1705, then you might see 1700. But right now, it's currently below, so it means it may try to test 1700. But if it goes beyond 1712, then we might target 1715 for today. But if we base on the stochastics, it's currently at the 20 level, so it may try to retest first. So if you want to place your short position with gold, I would suggest you to wait for the stochastics to retrace at the 80 level. And from there, if it goes back below 1700, 1705, then we can re-enter once again. But right here, you have to be very cautious since it may try to retest from here. Now, say for example, the stochastics goes up at 80 level and then it may try to retest 1705, then I would recommend you to go for short position once again. But if we base the pips from 1705 to 1700, that will give you around 48 pips. Now the strategy here is that if you manage to took the trade, especially the short position, since the total pips from 1705 is to 1700 is 48 pips, I would recommend you to trail your position. You have to put trailing stops. So let's say if you manage to get 20 pips or 24 pips from this trade, then I would really recommend you to put trailing stops for about 20 pips so that it can protect your profits and also your capital. Same goes with the 7 and 12. If let's say the price of gold retrace to 7 and 12, and if it's traded beyond that, of course, you can open long positions. But if we measure the pips from 7 and 12 towards the 7 and 15, it will give you about 28.9 or 29 pips. So again, I would recommend you to trail your position here as long as you get the 50% target of in pips. So if it's 28.9, then I would suggest you to trail about 15 pips for this position. So again, be mindful of these levels for today. And same thing with oil. Okay. So oil, obviously, it went down sharply, but based on our analysis last night, the levels that we have to pay attention is 92.8 and also 94 and also 91.5 and 90 levels. So as I mentioned last briefing, if the price is traded beyond 92.8, then it may try to retest 94. But as I've said, this one you have to be very cautious since based on the 4-hour chart, the structure of 94 is very strong because it might retrace from here. But on the RD chart, it did not go up beyond 92.8. And as I've said, the levels that we have to pay attention is below 91.5. And what happened here, the price goes down below 91.5. So I hope you guys profited from this trade. So the price goes beyond 91.5 and it goes down to 90. So if we base this one, obviously this one's 144.7. So I hope you guys took this trade. And 144.7 pips is actually huge for oil. Now, what are the levels that we have to pay attention with crude oil for today? So based on the RD chart, so oil is the structure of oil is still on the bearish side of trading, but the levels that I'm going to pay attention for today is 88.5 and also 91 levels. Now, if it's traded beyond 91, then it may try to go to 92 levels. So if we base on the pip count, this one is from 91 levels all the way to 92. That will give you around almost 98 pips or 99. So I would recommend you, say for example, if only the price of oil traded beyond 91 levels today, then you may try to set your long position. But if you manage to get 50% of 99 pips or close to 100 pips, if you manage to gain for about 50 pips, then I would recommend you to trail it. So you need to trail 50 pips so that if, let's say, the market retrace from here, you will still get profits. Same thing with the 88.5. So the 88.5 is something that the price that I will pay attention for today. So if it's traded below 88.5, you may want to try to target 88 for today. Now, if it's traded below 88, say for example, the target hits at the 88 level, what's next for oil? As long as it's traded below 88, then you might see 87 today. So same thing with 88.5. If let's say you manage to took this trade, so if it's traded below 88.5, so from 88.5 to 88, so we have 47 pips. So I would recommend you to trail 20 pips from here if you manage to take this trade. So so that you can protect your profits and also your capital. So you have to put your trailing stops. Now, for gold, let's go back from here. So as you can see here, there's a price of 1735 and 1740. Okay. So the 1735 and 1740, these ones are levels for today. So I will only, okay, I will only take this one as a reversal for gold since the price is going down further. I will only say this one as a bullish prices if the price goes up beyond 1735. But as long as the price did not uh, trade beyond 1735, then it means we can expect a further bearish market for gold prices. So we have to be really cautious. Okay. All right. So that is all for our morning briefing for today. So please like and subscribe to YouTube channel SmartTrade and see you on the next video.